This video is not going to change your life, and I think that you know this. You've been wanting to improve your life and have probably even started setting goals for yourself, creating new habits. But things aren't changing as fast as you'd like to see, am I right? The harsh reality is that you're not just one small adjustment away from making millions, dating tens, being jacked, and living that lifestyle. A new morning routine is not going to do anything for you, and neither is some online course. I can tell you from personal experience, having been frustrated and unhappy with myself for the first 28 years of my life, that nothing changed for me until I finally went ghost mode, disappearing for some time like Bruce Wayne leaving Gotham City. It's like climbing a remote mountain, being mentored by Ra's al Ghul, and then returning as Batman. I left as a young innocent boy and returned as a man. The first thing I learned is to make strategic alliances. Question for you, do you have true friends in your life, or do you have more of these pass-the-time acquaintances you hang out with? Growing up, I always felt a bit like a loner. I didn't really care to spend much time around others, but at the same time, I didn't want to be a complete loser. So, I always had 2 or 3 close friends throughout high school and university. Once I graduated and wanted to improve my life, I still felt the urge to hang out with friends 2 or 3 times a week because I was afraid that otherwise, I'd look like a complete loner and loser. But looking back, it was just a facade I created to feel okay with myself. When I hung out with these people, what was I doing? I wasn't improving myself or having meaningful experiences. We were just watching TV, playing NBA 2K, and getting high. Sure, I was a legend in NBA 2K, but be real with yourself, bro. Are the friends you're hanging out with now a net positive or a net negative in your life? Some people might disagree and say you need socialization on a weekly basis, but for me at that time, it was definitely a net negative. Mentally separating from that false need was probably the first big part of my evolution. Realizing that I could go weeks without seeing friends and not only be okay, but make faster progress on all the things I'd been procrastinating on for years, was huge. Back then, I was probably spending 3 nights a week with friends, each night hanging out for 3 hours. That's 9 hours a week flushed down the drain. Naturally, I started spending those 9 hours reading self-improvement books, filming content, and editing. Most importantly, I was protecting my mindset by only consuming content that motivated me. Funny thing is, I thought this would make me a loser, but it's what made me a winner. Just to be clear, I'm not saying you should have no friends, but I now look at friends as strategic alliances. I want to meet other men on the same path, but I don't need to see them every week. We can have our heads down in isolation and talk once a week, maybe meet up once a month. The second thing I learned is the importance of complete sacrifice. When I caught the self-improvement bug, I wanted to date a bunch of women, get in the best shape of my life, make money online, learn martial arts, travel, and have all these adventures. I thought that being motivated to do all these things was a strength, but in reality, it was a weakness. Our brains try to relieve stress by spreading focus across multiple things. If you're trying to level up in multiple areas, body, dating, side hustle, you're really just avoiding making a big bet on yourself. It's a built-in excuse to avoid going all in on one thing because if you fail, well, that sucks. So, here's my challenge: pick one goal to focus on. Make it your number 1 priority, and sacrifice everything else. I did this for the first time in 2017, when I went ghost mode and committed to my YouTube channel. I told myself that everything else could wait. I focused on creating 2 high-quality videos per week, sacrificed my dating life, and stopped working on other projects. And guess what? I hit 100,000 subscribers for the first time. Third, remove fillers from your life. Ask yourself, what are your distractions? For me, it used to be sports. I felt like I had to follow my favorite teams, keeping up with every game and every stat, or I'd miss out. But when I went all in on YouTube, I sacrificed following sports, and guess what? Nothing bad happened. In fact, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. It allowed me to reclaim a significant portion of my mental focus. Sports may not be your filler, maybe it's video games or binge-watching shows. Whatever it is, cut out those fillers because they are taking up space that could be used to improve yourself. Do you think Bruce Wayne was up in the mountains worrying about his Call of Duty kill-death ratio? Exactly, bro, commit to G mode. Next, introduce new rewards. Let's be realistic, removing all your favorite distractions can make life feel a little bleak. You need things to look forward to so you don't burn out. I schedule fun things like wake surfing or massages, activities that help me decompress but don't consume hours of my day like video games used to. These rewards keep me motivated and give me something to look forward to after a hard day's work. Lastly, stop obsessing over elaborate morning routines. The self-improvement world has made it seem like you need a strict, 2-hour routine to start your day right, but that's not true. I've learned that you need a zero routine, something quick and efficient that gets you in the right mindset to get things done. For me, that's 15 to 20 minutes of getting sunlight, sometimes a cold shower, and then diving straight into work. The mornings are when we're most alert and have the most energy, don't waste that time. Use it to tackle your biggest tasks. On top of all this, I've realized that none of this works without maintaining balance. It's important to ensure that you don't lose sight of what matters outside of work and goals. Family, meaningful relationships, and moments of joy are essential. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in self-improvement and achieving our goals that we neglect the things that truly make life worth living. It's not all about the grind, it's also about finding contentment along the way. Self-improvement is not a sprint, but a marathon where small, consistent actions accumulate to build the life you desire. To make this process sustainable, you need new rewards. Completely removing all the fun from your life is a fast track to burnout. You need something to look forward to that won't drain hours of your time. For me, it's wake surfing, a massage with my girlfriend, or a simple workout. These small things help me decompress while keeping me focused on my larger goals. The key is to reward yourself without reverting to old habits that were time sinks. Step 5 is to streamline your morning routine. You don't need an elaborate ritual to start the day off right. I've been guilty of promoting this idea myself, but I've learned that simplicity is better. The purpose of a morning routine is to get you focused as quickly as possible, not to take hours out of your day. For me, I wake up, get some sunlight in my eyes, and if needed, I take a cold shower. That's it. Within 20 minutes, I'm at my desk, ready to tackle the most important tasks of the day. Mornings are your most productive time, don't waste them. Step 6 is to prioritize sleep. A lot of people struggle with low energy, brain fog, or anxiety, and it often boils down to one simple thing: they are not getting enough sleep. If you're serious about improving your life, you need to make sleep a priority. There's no magic formula here, just go to bed earlier. If you have to wake up at 7 a.m., go to bed by 11 p.m. It's that simple. Without proper rest, all your efforts during the day will be compromised. Sleep is the foundation of everything you do. Finally, step 7 is to maintain focus. One of the most powerful tools I've implemented is a weekly review. It's a simple habit where you sit down at the end of the week and reflect on what went well, what could have been better, and where you need to adjust. It keeps you from getting lost in distractions and ensures you're making progress. Trust me, it's easy to go off track when you're chasing big goals, but a weekly review helps you course correct before too much time passes. Another important aspect that I've come to realize is the need for a strong support system. Whether it's a mentor, a coach, or even an online community, having people around you who share your vision can keep you motivated. This doesn't mean you need constant social interaction, but rather strategic support. People who will hold you accountable, push you when you're slacking, and celebrate your wins. Over time, I've learned that self-improvement is not a solo journey. You need allies who understand the grind and encourage you to keep moving forward, even when it gets tough. Lastly, understand that success is a process, not a destination. The reason most people give up is that they don't see immediate results. They set a goal, start working toward it, and when progress doesn't come as quickly as they hoped, they quit. But the truth is, anything worth achieving takes time. Whether it's building a business, getting in shape, or mastering a skill, you need to embrace the process. There will be setbacks, frustrations, and moments where it feels like nothing is working, but those who persist are the ones who ultimately succeed. Keep showing up, keep refining your strategy, and over time, you'll realize that you've become the person you've always wanted to be.